Welcome to another episode of K&C's Sales Tech Talk for sales professionals seeking to amplify their results through automation. I'm Kelly Goss.
And I am Carla Rodriguez. We are CRM and sales automation experts, and we are going to help you demystify complex sales technologies.
So today we're going to be chatting with the amazing Marta Albay from Surfe, the tool that helps you to streamline your LinkedIn prospecting. So Marta, why don't you tell us a little bit about Surfe and how it works with tools like Pipedrive?
I can get started. Thank you so much for the intro, Kelly and Carla. Thank you so much for having me.
Glad to have you here.
It's really great. Just a little observation. It's really great to have finally a show presented by sales professionals that are women, because in the tech this is quite rare. So I'm really honored to be here even more. And yeah, so I'm really happy to talk about Surfe and present what we do, the work we're doing with CRMs like Pipedrive and also others like HubSpot, Salesforce, and Copper and other sales productivity tools. So Surfe is a Chrome extension, as simple as that, but it allows you to connect LinkedIn to your Pipedrive in just one click. It takes basically 60 seconds, even less, to connect your LinkedIn account to Pipedrive. And from there, you can manage all your LinkedIn activity and have all the data automatically shown on Pipedrive. So it works retroactively, meaning that once you add your Surfe, you download Surfe extension and you connect it to your LinkedIn, you're going to see immediately those contacts that are already in your CRM, and you can start working on them without having some extra settings or like having to do some difficult implementation. It's as simple as that. And actually, I would love to give just a little idea of why you can use Surfe, why you should be thinking about using Surfe, but more in general, LinkedIn. So we know already that LinkedIn is a very important tool, like nowadays for social selling, for sales outreach. And the real question is how to use it, because we know it's important. So how to use it? Like, should we run automation? Should you run a mass outreach? Surfe is actually a little bit different, and I want to show you how we actually handle the social selling on LinkedIn and how we use it.
Love to see it.
Love to see the light.
I would start with the demo. I will share my whole screen so you will have. So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So I have already Surfe installed, but I can show you it's actually fairly easy to just show you the.
It takes less than 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yes. But let's see if it's true. Let's see, because I'm saying this and everybody could think, oh yeah, she's working for Surfe. Of course she's saying that. But this is the Chrome extension. So I just open it on my LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. And then I go through the authentication. So we continue the app. And this is it.
That's it.
So I don't know if you take the time.
No. It wasn't even worth timing. It wasn't worth timing.
The important is that everybody can sync in a couple of clicks their LinkedIn and the Pipedrives.
Yeah. So you don't need any consultant. You don't need any extra help. This is as simple as it is.
Any IT.
Exactly. And here you can see there are already some changes that you normally don't see on LinkedIn. So you can see that there are some names that are highlighted here in my list. And also Roma, my CTO, is highlighted. This means that the contacts are already in my CRM. So I can already see at first glance those contacts that I can potentially add and those that are already there. And I can also see a new interface appearing here, which is the Pipedrive interface, but with a Surfe fashion. So I can see in here that Roma is actually already in my CRM. I can see that he has a label. I can see that there are already few information. So email or phone, it's a fake phone number. So no risk for calling Roman. And I can see all the information in here. And of course, you're going to ask me like, okay, Marta, but Roman, I can see like the information in here. But what about the CRM? In Pipedrive, you can see exactly the same thing. So this is like my like the contact page for Roma on Pipedrive, and you can see in here I have some information, so like all the past experience. I can see the contact information here. I have the label, and I was mentioning before that it works in two ways, because I can also from here just change to hot lead, and it's going to be changed automatically on Pipedrive as well. So search comes really handy when you are a sales rep and you're doing most of your prospection on LinkedIn. So you don't really want to go like from LinkedIn to the contact page to just manually add all the information, but you can work directly from here. If you want to add any field, you can just do this from here, and the field is automatically saved. You can as well take notes. Say I want to send in the new offer, and you see the note has been saved on Pipedrive, but also you can create a task. So if I want to say, okay, I want to do a first call to Roma, let's say I want to call in tomorrow at 10 morning, and I will just create the task. And you can already see I have like some tasks in here.
Nice.
And if I'm going to the file of 2014, yeah, probably I should have set for 2024, but you can see I'm just overdue for 10 years. But there you can see, you have the notes that I've just created and the activity. So everything is synced in real time to Roman's profile on Pipedrive. But now, like this is I showed you like how it looks like when you have already the contact, or also like when you have already the deals, they are displayed in here. So I can just change the deal stage. I can also like see the individual deals on Pipedrive. Like, what if you don't have a contact already saved in your CRM? So I will go to Francois' profile, and you can see in here it was not highlighted, so it was not in my CRM. And I can see that in here I have the option to add him as a contact, as a lead, or as a deal. So once I do that, I can choose if he has like multiple positions open at the same time. I can choose just one, and you can see in here there is an enrichment function that is running. So we do have what we call an enrichment cascade effect. So we normally run through different tools, and we've tried to find the right email and phone number for the contact that you enrich. So I can also show you multiple examples, so you can see in here as well. I'm just taking Edward's profile. I can add. I always have the option to choose the right position, and then there is cascade effect that runs in here. So it goes like in here, for instance, funds the email via Hunter, and in here the phone number with Apollo. I also have an integration with Aircall if I want to. Not
very interesting.
And Marta, does Surf work with all versions of LinkedIn?
Yes, it works with LinkedIn, LinkedIn Premium, and Sales Navigator. So this is also, let's say, a characteristic that lots of native integrations, like LinkedIn integrations that CRM offer, don't have. Because if you look at, it's mainly the case for HubSpot or Salesforce, they basically integrate with Sales Navigator. And it's a list export from Sales Navigator, very simple, without the enrichment part, without the possibility of sync the messages. What we want to promote is more of an approach on LinkedIn itself. So you don't need Sales Navigator to actually do social selling. Also because Sales Navigator is quite costly. It's a good tool, but it's very costly, and especially for small businesses or businesses that still try to set up their sales practices it might be too much of an investment. While with Surf, you can use it on free LinkedIn version, which allows also like you to be able to build your processes directly on LinkedIn without having to spend that much money on another.
And also the integration with Apollo also saves you a lot of money, because Apollo is also an expense, right? And here you have the emails already and the phone numbers directly on your CRM without having a subscription, Apollo subscription with. It's very, very interesting.
Actually, it's because we are partnered with Apollo. So Apollo, it's part of what we call the enrichment cascade. So if I'm going to our Surf dashboard in the tools and apps, you can see that in here we have quite a few tools that are included in our enrichment cascade effect. There is
I can see Lucia also.
Sorry?
I can see Lucia also. I mean,
so,
many of our clients here in Latin America use
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. It's a tool that you can integrate. So you have already included in the plan. So by buying Surf, you have access to Apollo, Drop Contact, Hunter, Rocket Reach, and Zero Bounce to verify the emails directly on your plan. So you don't need a separate subscription to Apollo or all the other tools, because we are already offering them. So we don't offer like a native enrichment integration because what we thought is there are already so many tools in the market and they claim to be the best. So instead of building again another enrichment feature, we can just combine all the tools. So these are already included in our plan. But if you have, for instance, also a Lucia account and you want to add it to the waterfall effect, you can via the API key. So it's as simple as that. You can customize the waterfall effect. You can decide which tool runs for what, if for the email or for the phone number, how many times you want to run the same tool. So you can also, you have a level of customization of the waterfall effect.
It's very interesting, because imagine that you are a Pipedrive user and you want to start having a flow inside Pipedrive with this information. You just have to hit hot lead, for example, and build with a native automation in Pipedrive. Whenever a contact is changed with to hot lead, send an email or put an activity of follow-up of commenting in his post and so on. So you start having a sales flow with this information inside your CRM, and you have already the phone number, you have already the email, you have everything to start using different channels also, not only LinkedIn, and do automations inside Pipedrive, right? What do you think about it?
Yeah, LinkedIn is basically a start. So normally, like I get also asked, like, okay, but how do we close the lead deals on LinkedIn? Like, where is the closing? Like, LinkedIn is really like at the very beginning when you're building the relation. The fact that you can go on a profile, see what they write, see what they're interested in. You can actually see already the fit on LinkedIn. So this is really where you start the conversation, and it looks also like more personal than an email outreach. So normally, like I have to say also, I'm very not a fan of cold outreach via email or phone. Normally, I receive like already so many calls from insurance companies, telephone companies. Like I think I receive between like 10 and 20 calls a day from different companies offering me something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why LinkedIn, like, it's actually more a natural approach, because you already have a profile. So if you go also like on my profile, you can see that I'm publishing all sorts of things. So I'm writing a lot, I'm commenting a lot, and this gives, of course, like a more personal touch in the outreach. But of course, you need to use it well.
And talking about this personal touch and this organic feeling that LinkedIn, I also feel this when I do my relationships in LinkedIn. But I talk to salespeople every day, and some people told me that they want to do sales on LinkedIn, but they never close a deal from LinkedIn. Maybe this is something that is happening here in Latin America. I did a small survey, and around 80% they are starting using LinkedIn, but they haven't yet closed a deal from LinkedIn. This is 80%. is a lot. But why is this possible? I mean, I will say yes because all my clients come from LinkedIn. But what would you recommend to these people starting up with LinkedIn and not seeing results at all? And also, there is a misunderstanding that you need anyway to have Sales Navigator to approach a client. There is this misunderstanding that only emails work, which is actually not natural. So what are your thoughts about it?
I'm not surprised, to be honest, by this percentage. The fact that 80% of the sales rep think that LinkedIn doesn't help to close deals, because starting on LinkedIn is quite of a learning curve. So I know, like, also because we see it, I speak every day with my partners or with their customers, and we really take a look on the way they do the LinkedIn activity. And yes, it does surprise me, because we think that it's enough to just post every now and then, or like comment your leads post. You think it might be just enough, to start messaging people. Also, like creating, I don't want to say like you're using the same template. Also, like if you differentiate a little bit the template and you start reaching out to customers and you expect immediately to get a response, it's not the way it works. It starts before we building a personal branding, because I was talking before about like how the email and the phone calls feel kind of impersonal, because you have who the other person is, who is calling you. You have just the voice or like the picture on the email. So on LinkedIn, it could be the same as well. Like if you just see one picture and the CV basically reported on the LinkedIn, like in the past experience, of course you also don't really get that much value out of it, because then I'm just another LinkedIn profile. You really need to be an expert in your field. And how to be an expert in your field, it's like by doing research, by commenting the relevant posts. Like for your field, I am a partnerships manager. I'm very passionate about partnerships. I tend to comment a lot to read everything.
We
like,
do see it.
like, so it's working. I really want, like, I really also, like, for my partners, I tend to comment like their own posts. So I follow them. I make sure that I reshare their material, when also like it's like referring not only Surf but also like in general to LinkedIn or social selling, or also like how to build a sales strategy. So this is not only building like just create your LinkedIn profile, send out connection requests and start messaging. It's really building your own branding first. Choose the topics you want to talk about, really, and also be natural, because we are like human. So like humans buy from human. So this is the basic approach. So be natural, like talk about what you know, or also like ask for advice. Like if you're interested in other topics, it's really good to just ask to people on LinkedIn. Always be present, commenting, resharing the materials that is relevant, like from your own network. And it's a long process, so I'm not saying that it's happening from one day to the other. So it's really worth like spending some time right now. Like if I think about my experience, and I'm very far from being a LinkedIn master or a LinkedIn influencer. I started 3 years ago to just publish, to post every day something. It might be a thought related to a recent experience that I had also outside of work. It might be an interesting article that I found about new tendencies in partnerships or in sales. It can be anything related to like the tech or like sales industry. Them just resharing.
And the thing about that is that they know about you. They start learning about you, getting to know you and trust, because in sales, well, we need to build this trust first and getting to know each other. And also, I think that people maybe that they think that LinkedIn is only connecting emails, messaging, and that's it. Like my all speech that I put in my email, I will put it inside LinkedIn and I'm going to have results. It's not like this. You need to follow a process. You need to start relating with people, get to be trust, and also be open to help people with not expecting anything. So I think that maybe salespeople are used to this fast transactional thing and not the relation, the building, which is, I think, the key, as you were saying, inside LinkedIn. So what I love about the Surf is that it helps our salespeople to organize on their sales activities and their communication and have this long-term view also of sales relationship. What is the best use case you can share with us of what you have seen in the sales industry?
So, like one thing that I really wanted to mention also like through this case is that like Surf, like it's a great tool. Of course, I am using it every day, like with my CRM. So I know the tool, but it's important to mention that it's a tool. So Surf doesn't do miracles. It's not that you get you are struggling with your outreach or with your conversion rate. You get Surf, you get Pipedrive, and boom,
Magic
like everything
gonna
is
happen.
solved. It's not magical, so please don't think that this is gonna have like don't download the Chrome extension thinking okay this is the solution to all my problems. Also because we like as a small startup we are going through the same exact same process. So we have also like we are very young. We are created in 2020. So it's we passed from like we started with 3 people, the co-founders and the product, and then now we are 35. So of course we also went through like a setting up processes, and we are still doing that. So the tools are there; they are like amazing enablers, but they are not a strategy.
Yeah.
So this is really important to highlight, and this is also why we have partners that help like really setting up these processes, because I'm consulting for Surf. There are like other AEs that are consulting for Pipedrive and showing you how to add the custom field, how to set a basic workflow. But then we are consultants, so we are not there to actually like set everything up. And this is why there are partners like you that are actually doing this hard job of creating the processes.
Sure.
So this is very important to keep into consideration.
Yeah, and I think as well, all of these tools that we have available to us now to help us with any part of the business, but particularly the sales process, what we're talking about now, they're there to optimize the way that we do things. If we harness them properly, we're going to be better at what we do. So you'll be selling better, faster, smarter, but we still need to put in the work and build the relationships and use the tools properly so that we can, we're getting the results in the right way and hopefully maybe speeding up those results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is. And like for instance, like what we are doing right now, like one like specific like use case that I can share is, for instance, like we do have a message template feature. So we are trying to build yet, and like we see that also lots of customers are like in this quest for the best like template, the one that gets more replies, the one that actually is more. You can custom it, you can create the base. Yeah, what's the right template? And it's still a search that we are also like doing ourselves. And this was why like I can like very briefly show you this like a template feature that I'm using basically every.
I love the template. I have to say it's very quick.
Great
progress, very very quick on conversations. I already have like 7 templates on my Surfe for each stage of my process. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is like, and for it, like they really help a lot because like I have different. I normally like tend to customize my messages a lot because we are trying really to. I really trying to find that message that is more suitable, for instance, for the different persona that I'm reaching out to, because I'm reaching out to partnerships managers at other companies, but also to potential channel partners for Surf. So I need to differentiate my message, and I always want to add a personal touch. But it's really good to have quite a template that then you can customize. And we do have this feature, the message templates, which basically allow you to create a template. You can see from here, I created like a very very basic one for the change of a job. So like, say, okay, congratulate someone from for a new position. So like this is like I'm testing with my
Very relational.
yeah. But you can create any template. You have different labels. You can use the variable name. So like in here, first, last name, company name, correct position to craft your message. But what's more interesting for me is the fact that you can have some analytics on that. And this is also what I was talking about before. So having an idea of what's working and what's not. So already in here, you have some stats on the LinkedIn activity overall.
I haven't seen that. This is the first time.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's actually good for also for me to understand, because like my LinkedIn activity, yeah, of course I can find it in the CRM, but then like if I want to have like some statistics on all the contacts that were added, all the messages that we're seeing, I actually have everything in here, and I can also see analytics regarding the templates. So this is something that we also use. We use it internally. So like we see, okay, if in the sales team, one of our leads sent a message that had 90% reply rate, it means it is actually a good message. It means that is customizing it the right way. He can share the template with the rest of the team. And
Excellent.
so also another user can start using it, and we can see also if it's a good message that is working. So this is
I can't wait to see my analytics. I'm going to do it right now after we finish this recording.
That's really like it's a good start. So like, this is like one use case that like we are actually currently working on. So I'll say that we have all the solutions in the pocket, but yeah, we are testing, and we assess the results. If we see that something doesn't work, we just change and do a postmortem for what didn't work before. So we are also like in this process of building our own sales cadence and our own sales prospection.
It's an amazing development.
So 2 questions. What makes you better than your competitors? And what would you say is like the best kind of thing for return on investment? So everybody's going to be thinking about, well, why should we bother to use Surf? What are we going to get for it? So what's the return on investment for using Surf?
Sure. So for what concerns actually the competition, it's actually quite funny because we are not aware of a lot of tools that are actually like us, because we combine a lot of different features. It's the CRM, it's the message sync, it's the enrichment, it's like all the analytics. So there are like so many different things that we work on, and we actually have normally like users say, oh, what's like why should we choose you instead of Apollo? But we don't consider Apollo a competitor. For us, Apollo is a partner. So we are actually running our enrichment also thanks to Apollo. And this is why I say like sometimes we have more perceived competitors rather than actual competitors. One competitor might be, for instance, I think about a tool like a link match on Linkport. And it's funny because also like this type of tools, they only cover one specific part of what we do, which is like to CRM and a part of the enrichment. But this is where our difference stands. And probably like I will give you a little preview on a feature that we are releasing. It's like
we like previews.
So like for the enrichment, I was already saying that like the waterfall effect is something that is quite unique. The fact that we use multiple tools and not only one, giving you a higher chance to find your contact details. And this is also a feature that we developed separately from the actual Chrome extension. So we are also having a new standalone product that is called the Enrichment Hub. And to show you just the interface in here. So now we will be able to import a CSV list with all of your contacts. If you have already like a Google Sheet or a bunch of contacts from CRM, you can export them, import them into here, and enrich them both for email and mobile without the need of a CRM connection. So this is also where we are focusing on really like finding the right contact, combining all the best tools, and not only including them in our waterfall on LinkedIn, but also giving you a standalone product that can help you find the right contact information and do your outreach. So It's just a very
Nice.
short preview. But yeah, we are talking about the return on investment. So we actually did the research recently on our customer base, how they use Surf, and how we help them. And I have a little question for you. In the last 3 years, how many actions do you think that our users perform? Like actions meaning like at the CRM and enrichment, like you can give any number.
In a month? Or
In the 2 years.
In
In
the
2 years, like
Like one
customer.
user
One customer, like meaning one account.
in 2 years. In 3 years. I don't know. 5,000?
yeah, I suppose also 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah, it's got to be a high
So
figure, right?
Yeah, in 2 years, our customers perform more than 10 million activities.
Whoa.
In total,
In total, with all the action, be it the enrichment, be it add to CRM, be it sync messages,
per
so
user, per user.
all per customer base. So
Oh,
that's
right.
the 10
Okay. I think I was thinking like per user.
more than 10 million, which translates into, you know, how many hours saved? It's more than 400 hours saved, which translates into 46 years of work saved in 2 years. If
That's
you count
pretty
all the
amazing.
customers. And like just another thought, another data that we have. Do you know like how much time a sales rep, so one single sales rep, spends to manually create contacts and find the right contact information? Like in a week?
In a week.
Do you have any?
I've got to be at least 10 hours.
Then
It's 13 hours
What?
that the sales rep spends every week, which means 2.5 hours per day.
only
Just
to find contact information, because
Yes.
with an
And add it.
And then
to
create them.
qualify
Yeah.
and see if he is interested now or not, or in the future or whatever, and qualify properly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So finding it
13
and putting it in the CRM.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 13 hours a week that your sales rep is actually not working on prospection or outreach. That is just finding a contact, create the contact detail page on the CRM, find the right contact information, like try to with emails, try to find out the emails. Or also we have a tool like a drop contact, which is integrated in Waterfall, that tests these different email combinations and then verifies it to see which one could be the right email. Imagine like a sales rep trying name dot surname at companyname.com, then trying with the name, and so like different combinations just to find the right email.
And how many hours do they save then with using Surf?
They save 13 hours per week.
Well,
13 to 20 depending on the volume. But in average is 13.
It's like 1 day and a half.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when you think about the time, when I read about the 10 more than 10 million, almost 11 million actions, think about like the usage, like wow, actually I would have done this all manually. And when I saw like 46 years saved in 2 years, it's like wow.
So
That's
if you're a
crazy.
salesperson, just go to your manager and say, I spend around 1 day and a half a week doing this research that this tool can give me in 1 second or 2 maximum. That's what I seen. So there
All
you go.
that
You
time
have,
wasted.
yeah, you have there your case to target in Surf.
And it's a pretty cost-effective tool as well, isn't it, Marta? It's not, you're not paying thousands and thousands of dollars a year for it.
No, absolutely. You can actually show like very quickly the pricing that we have, but it's like we do also have a free plan. It's very limited, but it gives you at least a sense of what the tools is about. You can test all the features. So this is a good start. And then you have our plans, which is Like you can pay either yearly or monthly, but these are the price per user per month.
Yeah.
So either like with Essential 29 per user per month, or 59 with the Pro per user per month.
No brainer
So-
for saving those 13 hours, I think.
No brainer at all.
I think that's the real value. And also you get the accurate data. You get your sales team to actually focus on what's their job, which is closing deals, and not finding emails, phones, and like manually create all the records. You really give them the freedom to actually focus on their objectives and the possibility to reach their targets.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Marta, that has been such an in-depth dive into Surf, and I think it's been absolutely great. And we've loved having you on the episode today, giving us all of these insights. It's been awesome.
It has been awesome.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
So thanks again for joining us, and for everybody who's been watching, thank you. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.